This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
If you wanna scream like a little girl, roar like a lion. I forgot in this route we're technically seeing her in her car for the first time. We'll scream like a little girl. I fucking hate Dante.
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
I'm kind of curious on what roar like a lion was like.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you... Mom?
Shit. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Aiba, right?
Wait, that feels like a weird little lore drop. What dosage are we talking about here? Are they fucking drugging him? Hello? Maybe he's also taking Lexapro. Good for him. How is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Of course.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu, but 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Tsujima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at...
Oh no, it is the same guy. Okay, I was thinking about the right guy. Like Prisoner 89 or whatever his name is.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami, and if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is.
We got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed.
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
My face is killing me. Why nobody give a fuck? You wanna get some food sometime?
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kinda like that.
And I kinda like you.
Dante
Oh,
Riz!
but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian.
Girl?
Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be a problem.
Aw, too bad.
Okay. I think even if she is, I think you still fumbled the bag, Date. Like, hello? What the fuck? About Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain.
About Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Oh, everyone's still holding on to his, like, he had fucking 70 alternative accounts secret.
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal.
You better start talking.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone?
Just fucking talk, dude.
Someone was with him. A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess.
I mean, she definitely didn't kill him. There's no way she would do that.
You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
I'm sure that's very great logic. That is always and 100% true.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Date said no parasocial relationships.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But
Do it for Iris.
What time did Renju and Iris leave the building?
around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Hi!
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me. Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
Right to remain silent. You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth.
Girl, everyone has the right to remain silent.
And I would appreciate your cooperation.
That's literally what you do if you're innocent. Like, yeah. It's like, if you're innocent, you use your right to remain silent so the police don't try to twist your words if you speak wrong. Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket. ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
Okay. What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there, but the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
I was kind of saying that when, like, she was like, I left at 6:15 because it's like, I don't know, how would I tell the story? Yeah, I guess if it's like a day where I had no reason to pay attention to the times, I would have to give estimates, but like, what if like I did just like randomly like remember like, oh yeah, I remember I had to leave at like 3:05 or some shit. But I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be in this situation, I hope. So it's like, I don't know. But also, like, I was like, yeah, this is something that just recently happened. So I feel like your memory would be more fresh. I feel like, I think it's only been like a singular day or two. I don't remember. I mean, yeah, I was like, her schedule's so busy. I feel like she would be better at remembering exact times. I think I'm just reading into this too much. Like, it does not matter, but.
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late.
Yeah, that's a valid reason.
And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
I mean, I get it if she was like, if like you like were with somebody the day before they died, and like, or like, I guess like the day of their death, and like, you panic afterwards thinking like if you call them they're gonna assume that you're like guilty or some shit. Like I could get that more, but if you're doing a true crime podcast and you don't smart up. About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
That girl, someone was murdered. You have an alibi.
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris's story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
I truly don't think that it's her. Like, obviously, I think going through the other route, like, helped. The fact that I'm doing this route after doing a bunch of Iris shit, but it's definitely not her. Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but... How do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl.
I mean, yeah, just pulling the, I'm a minor.
Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible.
Oh, the sedation,
The autopsy
probably,
discovered a high
yeah.
concentration. This drug is commonly used as a sedative.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could.
Ingenuity?
So I think maybe this one, because like trying to be like, because they were weighed down, that's how she got it up.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then... What do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere
I
and
know
brought
the
to where
answer
we
to this
found
one.
him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
And it's this barrel, the oil drum. And Renju's watch was found in it.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it!
Would it not be suspicious to have the 17-year-old rolling around the barrel or... Well, I mean, I think seeing anybody rolling around a barrel would be suspicious. That's why I'm like, how would the actual culprit get away with it?
You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people
Even
would
she
have
said
noticed.
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Shout out to Iba, not any other AI though.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Oh wait, I need 3 things? Oh, I guess elevator record, Renju's weight, oil drum?
Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the 2nd floor once, and we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you?
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, she has her phone.
Ah, shit.
Why did they not confiscate it? Fucking texting Oda!
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Oh shit, okay.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep.
Are we gonna be in Minecraft again?
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
Time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up...
I know.
Maybe that's a
let's
dosage
begin.
they were talking about before. Do they have to make... I don't think they ever told us if they have to make Date sleep for this or not. Is this the... warehouse?
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown. But there must be a connection.
Yeah, I was like, literally, this ain't Minecraft.
Iris, what are you hiding?
The TV. I think it is the warehouse.
Somnium scan.
Like
Activate.
the one that the old sink thing was in. That's what it looks like to me. TV. Windows. Something. The outdoors. The ground. I don't know. Never eyes to secret. Mysterious room videos and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Oh god, and this diverges. Oh no. Now I'm like nervous. I'm like, I don't know what route I'm gonna get.
A CRT TV.
Hit or spin the dial. I get two shitty items from this. So I guess spin the dial. Oh. What? Was that one of the people from the original Cyclops killings?
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of
yeah.
the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Okay, this is getting crazy. Jesus. Okay. Okay, well I guess that makes it easy. Okay, so I guess the two options for the route are turn the dial and then the other one's hit the TV. So at least I know that going, when I go back, that's gonna be a very easy divergent.
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
Might as well try it. Oh, the camera's glitchy. She took
Even
off
my
the head.
consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
A drug
3
bottle
minutes,
that holds
Dante.
some kind of liquid.
Smell.
A syrupy smell, like sweet almonds.
Syrup? You think they were baking a cake or
Dante,
something?
you're so stupid.
If it isn't syrup, it's nitroglycerin. It is best that we do not disturb this for now.
Right.
There's the TV over here. What happens if I turn the dial now?
That video showed the face of a victim of the original It appeared to be the second.
What is going... Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed.
What am I missing here? Oh, wait, things
The oil
changed.
drum, shelf, and another torso have been added. Only a shelf.
Just waste time, I guess, and just try to push it.
That shelf sticking out.
Oh,
What? What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
B beat it to death?
An iron ball. It looks quite heavy.
Thank God, I don't know what to do here. Just throw?
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Understood. All right. Yeah!
Okay, we got one of the mannequins.
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
The TV is over there. I have to go all the way across. Turn the dial.
Please. Help me. Help me.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it
Who the fuck is the
online
I don't
or
know.
on
It literally
TV.
sounds like there's 2 people there.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Okay, there's still the gun. Can we get the gun now? Oh, I don't know if we can get it.
Just a locker.
I guess open? God, now I'm nervous. I'm so low on time. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
Okay. Who the fuck set this up? Oh my god. Kevin McAllister's set up. What the hell is this? Literally need that fucking like twirling monkeys song right now. Okay, there goes the nitroglycerin. All of this for a damn gun. Holy.
that is...
Oh, Jesus. Oh, she doesn't have a picture on her face. Ah! 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 How do you know I pointed at my screen?
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means the person who killed them was...
What the hell?
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face.
Okay, but they're acting like they don't know.
The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Okay, so they'll not know that it was him? Did they? Okay, but they were like so sure that the new Cyclops killer was someone else.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
I don't know, girl. I don't know anymore.
You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
Maybe she's right. But I don't know. Date, I'm nervous. Why did the original Cyclops killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4?
A red figure from the sink.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
Purple guy.
I wouldn't know.
Is that it? Okay. Why did the original Cyclops killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
The sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes the subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all. It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C.
Yap, 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 we get it.
Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier.
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
I haven't looked around today. What the fuck? Hello? Are all memories quote-unquote real?
Pewter, you said that memories happened in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth. Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Combining this with the other, like, route is so confusing, because it's like, I don't know how anything's connected. I did the sync room.
Hey Iris, about that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Is her tumor also screwing with her memory? It's so weird because we have that knowledge that the current Date doesn't know. So it's like, that could be it. Where like, she literally doesn't remember because she has a fucking tumor. But Date wouldn't know that.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
Why does she want to see Mama?
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her too.
Yippee! Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a anonymous message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. Oh, what the fuck is he here? Get out! To my surprise, I saw Ota sitting at the counter.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
I never thought I'd run into you here.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so I got here just before you did.
Where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened up Marble.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing.
Not even if they torture me.
What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
Hello?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
Hello? Girl, Date, I'm nervous. Ah, Date! Oh, Ota, you fucking little bitch, you little shit, I hate you. I hope you die. I'm gonna kill you. I hope you're the next fucking victim. Sorry, I really hate Ota. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. Hi, Mama. I shut up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over to the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. Dante! Be kind!
It looks like you're awake now.
What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
Why didn't you wake me up? She probably did.
I tried.
Yeah.
You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Where's Oda?
He was already gone when I came back.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
Oh, hello?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency.
Uh-oh.
Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent
Did he
the
kill
address to
Ota?
Iba.
Oh, shit! Ota, where the fuck are you? Ota, where the fuck are you?
Iris.
Ota! Ota! Okay, she's still breathing, but Ota!
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Oh shit!
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus.
Not
We
that
need to get to the
damn
site
fucking
now.
fishery warehouse again. I think Mama ran out of marble.
Please, please let me make it in time.
She's missing her eye.
That sick bastard.
Who the fuck? That's a slow as shit saw. That's good for us.
Tessa!
Oh,
Hold on! I'll save you!
he's still alive.
Ota.
God damn it. Okay, but now he's just trying to make him look good. He's like, I can't be the killer. I saved her.
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
You're not gonna do shit, little guy. I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to my core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge, shortly after the image changed. Fucking bear is back.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
Uh-oh.
No!
Oh shit! Oh god, okay. Ow. Jesus. Smart idea, I guess, to use some of that fucking splatter as a sensor bar for the fucking rating, but Jesus. As that was happening, I had to accept the chat that just said, whose fuck-ass fursuit? And I was trying not to laugh as Iris fucking died, dude. But I don't know, maybe it could be Until Dawning Us, where she didn't actually get cut in half. It was a fake, I don't know. Interesting. It is that little freak! He's dead! He's dead! Okay, I'm gonna assume that, they killed Iris. Probably. It wasn't a fake. She probably is actually fucking dead. And then, they, like, fucking either, like, they knocked out or, like, killed Ota in some other way. Then changed out of the suit, put Ota in the suit, and then put him there. So that's probably what happened, but he's dead! Yay!
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
What the fuck is going on?
It's
No, I
rare
don't know.
to see you down like this.
I don't know.
But it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right?
Well, maybe Iris was missing her eye, so maybe she'd be considered part of the Cyclops killing? And then Ota was just there, so he got caught in the crossfire, I guess, in a way?
Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders?
Ota had no incentive to kill Renju. Oh, you could definitely argue it. Renju was her boss.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
I mean, if you're fucking delusional enough? I don't know, he just seems too pathetic to actually be a fucking serial killer. Ota had no incentive to kill Shoko.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
Maybe? I don't know, it's kind of weak.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years.
What about the polar bear costume? I doubt he's smart,
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Ota's behavior during the video.
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person.
But they were on the screen at the same time.
That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
So, yeah, it probably was he was stabbed first, and then put in the suit by the killer. Again, I hate Ota, and he's dead, yay! But I don't think that he's the killer here, of Iris specifically too. That's all the possible Ipa found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself.
I mean, fair, yeah, but come on.
Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
I'm being so robust. Do you think he had time to stab himself, to try and kill himself, and then when he's bleeding with the fucking knife, he whips out the knife, walks out of the area, like the fucking place, to throw it in the ocean, walk back, put on the bear suit, and then turn on the machine and die? Like...
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
That's literally what I just said, Date! Literally what I just said!
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Here's what I think happened. Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine.
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit. If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit.
They're all...
That's the theory of investigation,
connected
right?
to Mizuki? They are all connected to Date, but I don't, like... But I don't really know how connected Shoko was to him. Like, yeah, she was married to Renju, but I don't know if they were necessarily close or anything. I don't remember if they ever told us that. So it's like the closer connection is Mizuki, but Date is also an option, maybe? Yeah, out of all these, I choose Mizuki because Mayumi, I don't think she knows anybody. Only Iris that I can remember. Moma knew Renju and Shoko. I think in this timeline, we don't know that he's a set fan, so he wouldn't count. I don't know Hitomi's connection to Shoko, but I know obviously she's connected to Iris, and I know she knows Renju, and they went to high school together, but I don't know her connection to Shoko, so the closest I can think is Mizuki.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's not that I think of her as a suspect, it's just that maybe, I don't know, someone's killing people Mizuki knows for some reason. I don't know.
I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her.
Yeah, you could have started with that.
My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Fucking Prisoner 89.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit, to get justice for the victims.
Oh god, I have a lot. Okay. Go back to the warehouse, I guess?
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. Pewter, what are you doing here?
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Someone's finally telling us something. Thank you, Pewter.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little...
Thank you, Pewter.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. Couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here. Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
Wish there were more than one.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath.
Jesus?
The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
So that's the dude so he's already dead.
They each had a role to play.
Well, then who's the other guy?
The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Yeah, who was the murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do.
See, like, I know, like, psychopathy and, like, sociopathy are, like, actual, like, mental disorders. But I'm like, even if this guy was born as a psychopath, I don't think you need to add murderous in front of it. I don't think you're born murderous.
However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
Are they trying to say that, like, he's not, like, a normal psychopath? Like, his brain was just genuinely that fucked or something?
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
I mean, I can't really blame them, because, like, just even still, like, psychopathy and sociopathy, they're so misunderstood where a lot of people still link them immediately to murderous or dangerous, which is not inherently true. It tends to be true, but it's not inherently true.
The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine.
And to no fault of their own, their brains literally don't work like a normal human's. A lot of times it might just be how they're, like, the environment they're raised into will affect it.
Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Who are we gonna say who we're talking about? I can understand how, like, someone with a, like, mental disorder like that might commit those actions because they don't know better, but it doesn't mean that they, like, it doesn't cause them to commit those actions. About Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was
Oh,
simple.
thanks for the eye picture.
He was fascinated by women's eyes.
Oh, so he's a fucking freak.
Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings.
Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Is it gonna be like number 89 or something?
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called number
It is 89. But like, what is part of me being like, is he really? But I don't know.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Before we go back, I guess let's visit Iris's mom. I also feel bad for Hitomi. Hitomi really loved Iris. That's so sad. When I visited the Sagan household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. About Iris.
Iris was my everything.
So sad.
We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
Oh.
Her memories are a part of this room. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day, she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time, she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
My entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please. Tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Huh.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger.
So we're not getting the she dated 89 lore.
I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Huh.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
Oh.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her.
This is so sad.
Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
That's so fucking sad, dude.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see.
Mama, I think you should just give Date a drink on the house. I think he needs at least a little bit of a break, cause Jesus.
I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition. The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before?
I mean, we know of the Rohan connection, that's about it.
That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy.
Ota?
He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Really?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Aiba's. About Susujima in the Kabasaki district.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you.
Kumakura Estate or something?
The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki?
Well, hell yeah, gambling.
So was the one who came up with it. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
I guess that's why he was meeting with them, because they both own land in that area.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, you know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district? The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
I guess other things we have to do are talk to So. And, I guess visit the prison, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to talk to 89, right? It would make the most sense.
Come back anytime.
After cutting through some red tape, 89 was to be brought to HQ. It took considerable time to arrive, but for some reason, Boss never showed up. And I'm assuming this time, 89 won't break out because Renju's dead. Hey, King. Hey, murderer. You're the original Cyclops killer, aren't you?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago.
Do you know Shoko Nadami?
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
Who killed Shoko Nadami?
Alright, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started.
Is he not gonna be like, well, you can totally just lie to me, not free me, like...
The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
Oh my god, fucking flash warning, Jesus.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X.
Elon Musk is dead!
X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth, but somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco. Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night at the will of the organization.
This is probably why Boss was so, like, it's a big government secret, we can't tell you, because, like, if the fact got out that he was a fucking detective this entire time, things would go to shit.
An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life. But not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach.
Isn't this how he met Hitomi?
Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking.
I forgot that he did that, like, dude.
That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer.
See, he did love her!
Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
That's so sweet, though.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me.
So he definitely set him up to be caught here, didn't he?
It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose
Never
of them.
mind, he wanted him to fucking kill Hitomi and Iris, probably?
Should be simple, no?
Hello? What does he have to do with them?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the two of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
Don't leave me on a cliffhanger here. Don't leave me on a cliffhanger here! Dude! Silence. For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth again. I think, like... Is it gonna hint that, like, of course, like, Rohan, like, jumped off a fucking building, but is it gonna be that, like, he killed Rohan and just staged it as, like, a suicide? Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
Bro ain't saying anything else, dude.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter,
Yes?
start the preparations.
For what?
What do you think? The sink.
Let's go into his little silly brain.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage.
Pewter...
He will not be waking up anytime soon.
You better keep me safe in
ready,
case he does.
Yeah,
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
You really like that stupid fucking screen shake.
Why are you getting mad at me?
It's fucking... Why is his voice so funny there? You had a fucking little voice crack in that.
Yeah, this
Okay.
rub feels so good on my skin, yeah.
I don't say this too often. But Iba, be normal.
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
This girl had to lock in.
Is this the Sagan residence?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What were you up to?
Oh my god, green aura! Green aura with flies.
The green? I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate.
The phone? Iba? The window. And the door, okay.
A winter iris that blooms in the cold.
I know, I know.
I guess pick?
I got one! Aw, right after I pulled it out, too.
Did the green stuff react at all?
Oh, Phone call?
A phone. Should I pick it up?
Yeah. Wait, no, I think I pressed hang up. Wait.
What the?
Wait, I put the edge. Were the options hang up and ignore? Oh, she fucking died.
I fainted.
It was just 12 seconds anyways. Oh, and I got a bad thing. Yeah, the options were only hang up or ignore. Ugh, stupid ass bad fucking thingy thing. Wasting my time.
It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
A picture.
Just a picture.
We'll fill it out?
I don't have a pen.
You don't have to go.
Oh, I skipped the text. I must use my blood. Jesus Christ, that's kind of fucked up looking
Color
now.
has returned.
Hey, Iba?
I said blood, but it is not the same as human blood. No need to worry. And besides, we are in a dream.
Still, blood? I'd feel better if you used a different word.
For example,
Body fluids?
I do not feel comfortable with that.
Latte, my favorite little himbo. Oh, I got the phone call again. I'm kind of curious on what happens if you pick up.
Who is this? What the?
She got fucking knocked out
lost
again. I don't want to waste 120 seconds on ignoring it.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police officer. Have some backbone.
Okay, I guess like we're gonna just have to figure out what to do and then ignore it every time. I don't think the books do anything, so it has to either do with the ceiling fan or the switch.
It's a ceiling fan.
Is that like a giant desk fan?
Let's try blowing on it.
Ah. Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
They're so amazed by it. Okay, that did something. It's short enough. I guess I can try to flip the switch. I don't know what else to
The
do.
switch again. Last time we handled it in a different manner.
That was then. This is now.
But there are thorns. You are aware that I am the one who feels the pain.
It's fine. It'll only hurt for a bit, then it'll be better.
Huh. Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Yippee!
The light has turned on.
Oh, shit. Okay, I haven't seen this yet. Oh my god, jump scared.
It's an eye.
Date, what are we going to
Certainly
do?
is an eye. We've seen a lot of those. Oh god. Pour lemon juice. Ignore. Poke. Close curtain. Close curtain?
It left. Do you know something about it?
Yes. It was kinda cute.
You are insane.
What? That's...
Here's Hitomi.
Hitomi?
What happens if I try to touch her?
Where?
Well, maybe her...
The zoom! The
Her
fucking
stomach,
zoom!
right?
Yeah. It's not like I'm touching her.
She's extremely hard. Perhaps due to her being stationary?
What did you say?
That she is stationary?
No, before that.
She's hard?
Hitomi is hard right now?
I can't do this. I can't play this game anymore.
Got it. That's useful information. Let's keep that in mind.
Just hug her?
Well, I suppose I will try it. She's hard.
Yeah, me too.
Shut up! Shut up!
Sorry, nothing.
There's only two options I haven't done yet, which is grab, and I don't want to
Are
kiss
you
Hitomi.
sure?
It feels weird, but if I have to, I guess I have to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this okay?
Oh, do I have to kiss her?
1 minute. Hurry.
That feels
It's
so
Hitomi.
bad.
What?
Kiss her.
You... Like this? But why?
Lesbian kissing.
You are like one of my limbs, Iba.
Yes.
Like an alter ego. An incarnation of me to kiss Hitomi.
That's not how it works, Date.
Yes.
Then it's like me kissing Hitomi, right?
No.
You sure?
Okay, that was not a correct option anyways. Okay. What happens if I tear them? Hold on. Oh, okay, tearing did something. I skipped through the dialogue out of habit, but okay, tearing did something. Oh shit, okay.
Who was that?
What do I do?
So far, all the correct options has been ignore, so I might as well ignore. And she got knocked out. Lock? The shortest one.
No! Stop!
Oh, so this is how she got shot.
Stop right there!
Oh? I didn't know the boss was involved in this.
Date, this is a serious matter.
The reader's like, dude, fuck. Okay, Jesus, okay. We might leave this on a cliffhanger.